Hey everyone, it's me Mark from the Content Creation Studio Academy, and today I want to introduce you to the Rode Wireless Go 2. So this is a new microphone that came out just a few weeks ago, and it's a successor to the Rode Wireless Go 1, the microphone that everybody knows and loves since a few years now. And this microphone is like really small, so it's actually a transmitter and a receiver, and it has a built-in microphone too. So you can actually either connect it to a lavalier microphone or any other microphone that has a 3.5 millimeter or 1/8 millimeter, 1/8 inch connector, right? But you can also use it as a microphone because it has a microphone built in. So the cool thing about this is that it's pretty small. You can keep it in your pocket, and you can actually charge it via USB-C. And if you don't want the batteries to run out, you can actually use like one of those, what do you call that, power banks, right? And plug it in to these to either the charger or the receiver or both of them, and you will never run out of battery. So let's just open this up. Before I do that, I'll just wait a minute. This is a little bit small. So that's with live videos. Sometimes these things get pretty small. I should lock this actually. Okay, so this is like my logo, and I'm using Ecamm to show it to you. Here we go. Let's try that again. Okay, looks a lot better. Okay, so that's where you can like find me on the internet. So let's just turn that off, and I'll go back to talking about the Rode Wireless Go 2. Okay, so the cool thing about it, it's very, very small. You can keep it in your pocket. It actually comes with a little bag, a little case, right? So let's just remove the Rode Wireless Go, unpack it now. So I'll just open it up. I just don't want to destroy the case because the case looks pretty cool. But I think I will because there's no other way to open it, right? Okay, so let's just open this up. And, oh, I destroyed it. Okay. So I won't be able to send this back, but it doesn't matter. I bought it anyway, and I actually really need this. And as you can see, we're doing a good job in opening it up. Okay, good, nearly done. Let's just see. Package really, really good. But because I ate my soup, I can open it up. Okay, so as you can see here, just like the Rode Wireless Go 2 is inside here. And the first thing you see is, of course, the cables. And there are 3 USB to USB-C cables, which you can use to charge the equipment. And as you can see here, the red cable over there, that's just a 3.5 millimeter TRS cable, which you can connect directly to your camera. So we'll be needing that later on. And another thing that's inside is, of course, the microphone. So let's just see if I can like put this out. Okay. So really, really good packaging here. Actually, you just put out the whole thing, and it comes with a case. So this is like this is a little bag. You can actually put the Rode Wireless Go into this bag, and so it doesn't get dirty, right? So you can put it in here, and then you can just close it up and just put this in a bigger bag, so you always have it with you. It's pretty cool that they gave us such a big bag. And over here, this is like where the Rode Wireless Go's are. So there's like 1, 2, and 3. So let's just open it up. 1, right? 2. These are the, as you can see in the front. Let's see this over here. These have a microphone built in. Okay, so the first 2 I just put out. These are the ones with the built-in microphones, and these are the transmitters. And then there's also a receiver. The receiver is like the one that you connect to your computer. And they have these fluffy things over here. These are just windscreens, fluffy, furry windscreens. And let's just put out the receiver too. Okay, so we got that. And as you can see, it's exactly the same size like the old Wireless Go. So I'll just put out the old Wireless Go, and it's exactly the same size. So let's just talk about like what the inputs and outputs are. So from one side, you can see that it has a USB-C input and output. Let me see if you can. Okay, we're focusing here, and this is just a 3.5 millimeter or 1/8 inch audio jack, right? Okay, so all of these have this. This is pretty cool to like charge it up and to connect it to your computer. So the cool thing about the Rode Wireless Go 2 is you can connect it directly to your computer and use it as an audio interface. You couldn't do that with the first version. And this is a big deal because then you won't need an audio interface to connect it to your computer. You can actually just connect this directly to your computer and use this thing here, the receiver, as an audio interface. No need to buy an extra audio interface. Just connect it to your computer. So that's pretty cool too. Okay, so as usual, there are like the decibel buttons, and there's like this 1-2 switch, so you can actually record a safety channel, which means you can record a channel that's 20 decibels less. That's which means that if you're recording somewhere in a concert or a wedding, something like that, and it gets really, really loud, you have another channel, a backup channel recording that's not that loud, and you can use that because once it clips with a normal recording, you can't use that audio anymore because that audio will be totally destroyed, right? So that's why it's always good to like have a second recording that's not that loud, so you can actually use that in case the other recordings get too loud and start clipping. It distorts your voice if it starts clipping. Another thing you can do is you can record both of these. You can record both of these to the left and the right channel, which means you can record an interview with two people to like one file, right? So that's pretty cool too. So before that, you had to like buy 2 of those Wireless Go sets with the Wireless Go 1, right? So you actually have 4 Wireless Go's. And with this one, with a new set, it actually comes with 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. So you can actually do a interview recording with 2 people with this set alone. Okay, so let's talk pricing. Price-wise, it's like 1/3, 30% more in price than the original ones. So like the original ones were like $199, right? $200, and these cost $300, so it's $299. So they cost $100 more. But if you like divide the $200 with the amount of things it comes, like with the amount of equipment it comes, like there was only a receiver and a transmitter, then you get to like $100 per thingy, right? And with the new one, it's like $300 for 3 of them, so it's actually the same price. So that's cool. Okay, so let's just look at the furry windscreens. The cool thing about the furry windscreens is it like with the original model, you put them on, right, and they'll just pop off because they're not really locking in. And with version 2, the cool thing is that you can actually lock them in. So actually, all you have to do is get one of the let's just use one of the transmitters, okay? And if you look carefully and closely, there's like these arrows that go in a circular motion. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, so which means you just put the furry windscreen on there and then you twist it. Okay, let's just do that now. Let me see. So I'll put the furry windscreen on here. And then once it's on, okay, I'll just twist it. And because I twisted it, this won't come off, which is pretty cool. I kept on losing the original ones because the original ones were like clipped on, right? And it was so hard to clip on, but these are really cool because you twist them on and they don't go off. So that's a cool thing about them. And they come with 3 furry windscreens, which means you always have 1 extra. The last model, the version 1, only came with 2, but it only had 1 transmitter anyway with microphone, right? There's a built-in microphone over here. Okay, let's just talk about something else. One thing these Rode Wireless Go's 1 and 2 have is this clip over here. So you can actually clip it to your shirt like this, right? You can clip it to your shirt, and you can also clip it to the top of your camera. So this is actually a cold shoe. We call it cold shoe because on top of the camera, if it's like clipped on the camera, with this, because it doesn't like transmit electricity, right? Because there's no like contacts over here, and you just clip it on the hot shoe of your camera, this cold shoe part, right? And then it's like on the camera. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Let's just get a camera. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, just a minute. Over here, so you just put it on the camera, like this. Oh, you have to put the other part in the camera, the receiver on the camera, not the transmitter. Okay, so I'll just put the receiver on the camera. Okay, so I'll put this on here, and as you can see, it's on the camera. And if I turn this on, let's just turn this on. Like if you press the front button, you can turn it on. Just press it and hold it a while, and then as you can see here, it's like it started the Rode Wireless Go receiver. Okay, and the cool thing about it is that you can see the audio levels. So if I start the transmitter too, let's just start one of the transmitters. I'll just hold it, right, until the blue light goes on. So you can see there's a blue light here, right? And it's automatically paired, factory paired actually. So when I talk to this thing, you can see that you can see that there's like this one line that's going up and down, right? Which means it's only one of them is connected. That's the volume, and it's always good to have like this volume meter over here. So let's just start and connect the other one, the second part. That's the second wireless Go. I'll just see if that works. So I'll just press and hold the button on the top, and as you can see, the blue light will light up. Okay, so and now both of them are lighting up, which means it's connected. And let's put the furry windscreen on there too. You don't have to. This is you actually only use this for outside. But we're doing it anyway, and I really love the way it locks on. So let's take a look at the receiver again, and see when I talk to both of them, you can see that both channels are recording. One is a little louder, and the other one is not that loud, which means it's recording to the left and right channel, which means I can record interview partners with this, right? So I can actually record somebody like a guest on my podcast using one of them, and I can record myself too. So the thing you got to do is you just have to like, if you want to, you can like put it over here, right? Or just put it in a stand, just somewhere near your, the person that's talking. Or you can actually use a lavalier microphone, just connect it to the like all of them have like an input for a lavalier microphone, right? You can connect it there too. And then you can use that as a, let me see, it's in the front. Okay, so I just removed the furry thing. It's in the front. You can see here next to the microphone. You can connect a lavalier microphone here too with a 1/8 inch of a connector, adapter or connector, or just a microphone directly, because usually they have 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so which microphones can you connect here? If you have like if you're wearing black, just connect a black lavalier microphone. And if you're wearing white, just a minute, then connect one of these. This is a white lavalier microphone. It's the Rode Lavalier Go. And the cool thing about it, it's actually made for the wireless Go. And it's white. And there's a black one too. You can connect a black one or a white one, whatever you want to connect, right? So just you choose depending on what you're wearing at the moment. Okay, so let's just talk about a few other things. So let's see. So we went through like it has 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. And then the receiver is also an audio interface. And you can record both transmitters simultaneously, which is pretty cool. And there's also a safety channel which records 20 decibels less in case you're like in a loud environment or an environment where the audio levels are changing. And then there's also the built-in rechargeable battery, which lasts 7 hours. I talked about like charging it with a battery pack, right? You can like use a battery pack to like keep it charged the whole time, but 7 hours is usually enough for like for half a day, right? Okay, then you can charge via USB-C. We talked about that too. And you can connect it to almost anything. So it comes with the 3.5 millimeter TRS cable, the red one, like I showed you before, right? You can connect that to like any input you want to, like to your camera, right? Sometimes some cell phones have an input, an audio input, and but you usually use the USB like input there, like or the Lightning input if you have a USB to Lightning adapter. And you can also connect it to your camera. So what you do is you just open up the audio jack, the microphone jack over here on the side, and then where it says mic, right? And then you just connect the cable there, and the other side you connect it to the transmitter, the receiver, and then it's connected. One little tip over there: just put the volume all the way down. So you turn the volume on your DSLR. Turn it to manual mode and turn it all the way down, because the problem is the preamps that are inside the DSLRs usually have a horrible quality, which means they make like it's not that good. It's like really noisy. So one way to like get rid of that is actually to bring the volume all the way down. So it's just like one little dot, like one press with a button next to 0, which means you're actually using the transmitter. The receiver of the Rode Wireless Go to like to actually amplify the volume instead of the camera amplifying the volume, which gives you a lot better audio. So just try that out and tell me if it works in the comments down below. Okay, so next thing, you can record directly to the receiver. We haven't talked about that yet, but the receiver is not only an audio interface, but another new thing that came with it is that you can actually record to the receiver itself, which means you do not need to connect it to a computer. You don't need to connect it to a camera. You can record internally to the receiver, which is really, really good. The only reason you would actually record to the camera itself, if you connected it to the camera, like we were talking about before, right, with a cable and putting the volume all the way down, is if you want to like sync the audio and the video. Okay, so if you're doing a live stream and you want to take the and you're connecting it to HDMI cable and capture card, you can actually get the audio from the camera and use the Rode Wireless Go, and it'll be in sync, which is pretty cool because the audio and video are transmitted at the same time to your computer, which gets it in sync. If you record separately, sometimes the audio is like is faster than the video because the video file is a lot bigger and it gets to your computer faster. That's why we're usually out of sync if you like record it the other way around. Okay, so yeah, you can record directly to your receiver. So just like bring both of them with you, or all three of those like Rode Wireless Go's, and that's all you need for the whole setup. Just if you want to record something real quick, just bring that thing with you. You have it fully charged, and stick one into your shirt and the other one to the shirt of somebody you're interviewing, and then press record. Like record directly to the. You can set it up to record directly to the receiver. You won't need to bring anything else with you. Okay, so the furry things, it's attached better. We talked about that too. And the last thing I want to talk about is that you have 10 years extended guarantee after registration. So a lot of people buy these things and they do not register them. If you register them, you have 10 years guarantee instead of just 1 or 2 years. So that's a cool thing about that. Okay, so let me just see. There are a few cons. So what I thought about, if they like... it's not compatible with the last model. So you can't use the old model where it's just a Rode Wireless Go, right? It doesn't say Wireless Go on this here, but the new model says Wireless Go 2. If you like look at that, there's Wireless Go 2 in the bottom, right? And the old model doesn't have Wireless Go at all on it. So that's how you can distinguish between both models. So this is the old model and this is the new model. Let's just see if I can hold it without it falling down. Whoops. Okay, so it fell down. Doesn't matter. Let's just hold it with 2 hands, then it might not fall down. And the other thing I don't like is that they should have made it not shiny. The problem is if you have this on your shirt, it reflects the light back. Look at that. That's the first version, right? And the second version does exactly the same thing. It's reflecting the light back. And you could actually turn it around, right? But the problem is sometimes it turns into your shirt and then your voice gets all muffled up. So that's why you have to really keep it like this, or just put it in your pocket and then use a lavalier microphone instead, which isn't that shiny. But the problem is they should have actually made the surface non-shiny and maybe also remove the logos, you know, and put it in the backside maybe. Because there's Rode written on the backside anyway, so I don't know why they just put it in the front side too. Of course it's good so everybody knows what you're using, but these are the only ones that are square anyway, so everybody knows you're using a Rode Wireless Go if you use this instead. Okay, so that's actually all I wanted to say about the Rode Wireless Go 2. So if you want to buy one of those, just go ahead and get them. They just came out a few weeks ago, and I really totally recommend them in comparison to the old ones, because these new ones, they do cost $100 more or 100 euros more depending on where you're buying them. But they come with two transmitters, right? You can record directly on the device. You can use them as an audio interface. Like, that's worth it like 1,000 times, right? And then you can also, the furry things you put on there, you don't lose them because you can actually twist them in. These little furry windscreens, right? You can twist them in and you won't lose them anymore, like in the first version, right? So if you're outside and you're filming there, sometimes we lose one of these because they just fall off. And with the second version, they fixed it because you're just screwing them in. Okay, so that's all for today. If you have any questions, just post down in the comments. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you soon. Bye-bye. Take care and stay safe.